Okay, I just wanted to read you something. I was reading an article from Ed Welch with the Christian Counseling Education Foundation. And he was talking about counseling those with depression. And the first two steps of that were listening well and loving well. And it struck me how much he was pulling that, intentionally or otherwise, straight out of the book of Job. So listen to this. It says, "Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that had come upon him, they came each from his own place, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. They made an appointment together to come to show him sympathy and comfort him. And when they saw him from a distance, they did not recognize him, and they raised their voices and wept, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads toward heaven. And they sat with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that his suffering was very great." So here we are, just right up front. We are weeping with those who weep. We are grieving appropriately. We're just being present. We're just being present with him. We don't need to say anything. And yet, it takes a turn. And I, in my experience, if you know somebody who is in a season of depression, is struggling, whether that be because of just full-on unrepentant sin or because of a chemical imbalance that they haven't been able to receive the proper help for yet, the moment words start coming out of their mouth, we tend to lose our sympathy, to lose our patience, to lose our compassion that's compelled us into action, and start being Job's friends. Because it says, "After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. And Job said," and then it goes on for 26 verses of all the things that Job said. And you're really hoping, if you haven't read it before, you're really hoping that the friends sit there and weep with him and see his side from his perspective, in his shoes. This has got to be so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How can I help or even just be with you in this moment? What a difficult thing. Can we cry out to God together? That's not what happens. It says, "Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, 'If one ventures a word with you, will you be impatient? Yet who can keep from speaking?'" Just like right off the bat, let me assume the worst of you. And it's almost like, he's going to be impatient. He's suffering. He's just lost all his kids. He lost all his wealth. He lost all of his health. He has nothing going for him. Why are you coming to the man or woman in deep, deep suffering and going, "You should be more patient. I'm going to say some things and it's going to make you upset. You better be patient with me"? Like, what a bad friend. What a bad friend. Oh gosh. And it just continues. Like, just person after person after person. Job responds, and then a friend speaks. Bildad speaks, "Job should repent." Job continues his plea. Zophar speaks, "You deserve worse." You're just like, what is happening? You started off so well. They came together and they were like, "Our friend is in trouble. Our friend is having a hard time. Come on, we're going to go comfort him." And they do so well for 7 days. They're just present with him. And it's beautiful. And that 7, that's not just there because literally they're there for 7 days. Because it's trying to show wholeness. Like, we're holy for you. And yet, and when somebody who is in pain, who's in grief, who's struggling, opens their mouth, suffering brings to light the things that were in the heart all along. And it's amazing how hard it is for us as friends or spouses or parents to hold our tongue and just bear with them and point them to Christ through grace and mercy by asking questions and genuinely being compassionate, having real empathy and sympathy to intellectually understand what they're going through and how they see it from their perspective and feel the feelings they're feeling. So we could cry out to God together instead of reprove and rebuke and admonish someone who's already overcome pain and suffering. Let's be the beginning of Job's friends, not the latter. There's a reason that you get to the end of the book of Job and God says, you did not speak well of me. And if Job doesn't pray on your behalf, you're in trouble. Let's weep with those who weep and point them to Christ through grace and mercy, because that's who he is. Gracious and merciful, steadfast in love, abounding in faithfulness, slow to anger.